Hello, my name is Lucas Chastain. I'm Lucky. I'm 23 years old and I'm from France. And I'm now playing for the HEET organization.
Hi guys, my name is Aurélien Drapier and my nickname is Afro.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Thomas Pavoni, alias Djoko. Je viens de Marseille.
Bonjour, du coup moi c'est Pierre, exercice Bulinge, donc j'ai 21 ans, bientôt 22, et je suis joueur professionnel chez HEET.
Hi everyone, I'm Bodhi, Alexandre Pianaro, and I'm here to answer your questions. I first played Counter-Strike when I was 9. My big brother came home with a new game that he played with his friends and I totally fell in love.
I started Counter-Strike in 2010 I guess, and I was like 11 years old I guess.
Du coup j'ai commencé CS quand j'étais petit, donc vers 5-6 ans je regardais déjà mon grand frère jouer à l'ordinateur, donc depuis j'ai quasiment jamais lâché le jeu, et depuis la sortie de CSGO, entre guillemets j'ai fait quelques pauses pour jouer à d'autres jeux annexes, mais la plupart du temps c'était que du CS. Donc,
So I started playing Counter-Strike when I was like 10 years old, so more than 11 years old now, more than 12 years old I guess. And it started as just for fun at the beginning. I saw it on the TV, some old 1.6 teams were playing, and I picked it up just for fun and here I am now.
J'ai commencé CS il y a une dizaine d'années. Quand j'étais au collège, tout ça, je m'amusais à jouer à CS et de fil en aiguille, j'ai commencé à tryhard, de SEA, Faceit, tout ça. Et j'ai réussi à rentrer dans quelques équipes telles que The Dice et Double Poney qui m'ont mené aujourd'hui à être un joueur professionnel. Donc je suis content d'avoir persévéré et d'être là aujourd'hui.
The first time I thought I could be a professional was like maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I was just playing for fun with some French players and we were just practicing and playing, starting to play like competitively, and I thought that I was getting better and better very fast and more ready to compete against best players and like known players that I've been looking up to when I was a kid. So that's the first time I thought that I could become a professional.
Déjà quand j'étais petit, j'avais déjà cet objectif de regarder, etc., les joueurs monter sur scène, faire des tournois. Ça m'a déjà directement donné envie, donc depuis que j'ai commencé à jouer, ça a été dans l'objectif de devenir un joueur professionnel. Donc c'est pour ça que je me suis entraîné dur, entre guillemets. J'ai joué énormément pendant ma période où j'étais à l'école, quitte à sacrifier du sommeil, donc pour atteindre cet objectif qui est de devenir pro.
I thought I could be a professional player when I competed against a lot of French good players and I felt like I didn't have anything to envy them and I could actually beat them. So this is where I thought I had something to do in the game.
I thought it was like when I started playing in national championship, in French national championship, when I saw that I was not that bad and I could be better than the guys which I was playing against.
Mon joueur préféré, je pense qu'à l'heure actuelle, ça pourrait être un Nico qui a beaucoup de firepower, qui, à mon sens, comprend bien le jeu.
Moi, si je devais te dire un joueur, ça serait Rops, de son style de jeu, donc, et de l'impact qu'il arrive à avoir dans les games, donc à savoir...
The player that I idolized when I was younger was Simple and Device, because they did so well with AWP.
The first games I was watching was back in Source, and I think the first game I watched was the game when Scream popped off with TT Dragons back in the days, and I was like, this guy is so fucking good, I want to be as good as this dude or to play with him, and I made it some years later. It was a big goal for me to play with Scream.
The players that I looked up to was like Forrest and Get Right. I remember I saw their like frag movies on YouTube and yeah, the first time I was practicing against them I was all excited, and the first time we were beating them and everything, that was very good for me, like crazy, you know.
Bah, mes parents, depuis que je leur ai expliqué un petit peu le concept, etc., depuis que je suis un peu plus grand maintenant, ça se passe beaucoup mieux, donc ils ont compris qu'il y avait un réel projet derrière, que c'était pas quelque chose entre guillemets d'enfant. Donc depuis ce jour-là, ils sont derrière moi complètement, mon frère, ma soeur, etc., tout le monde dans mon entourage s'y intéresse. Bah, pour les conseils, pas trop, mais du coup ils me supportent et ils sont toujours derrière moi pour essayer de me motiver, booster au niveau de ma mentalité, s'ils voient que je suis un peu dans la difficulté, j'ai envie de dire.
Mes parents m'ont pas mal supporté dans ma carrière, surtout ma mère. Elle a été beaucoup derrière moi, mon beau-père aussi, ma sœur. Ils m'ont toujours soutenu, ils m'ont toujours dit qu'il fallait suivre un peu mes rêves aller jusqu'au bout. Donc des fois c'était un peu dur, mais j'ai toujours fait en sorte d'être à la hauteur de mes ambitions. Donc,
Mattend supported me when I was young, when I didn't have much experience. He's our coach now. He believed in me back in the days. Then my parents did when I brought my first salary. The advice they gave to me was to being careful because they didn't know anything about this environment, about the esport community and whatever, just to being myself and to stay focused on my values and anything, not to lose myself and to give the best I could.
My family members are very supportive. Both my parents are very supportive, some of my grandparents as well. So it's very good to have this kind of support. They're always cheering me on and that's nice.
When I began my career, the first one who gave me his support was Bodhi, of course, because he brought me to another level team. He taught me a lot. The biggest obstacle that I overcommitted was to be kicked from LDLC. I guess we did good, or not that bad. We managed to qualify to Premier, and when I was kicked, it was a hard time for me because I didn't have a lot of opportunities to play in another team.
The biggest obstacle in my career so far, probably to come back from the kick-up with G2. I guess it hurt my confidence a little bit, so I had to start with new French players and from like a lower tier. So I guess it's the biggest obstacle, and now we are like finally beating this with this team, I hope.
My biggest obstacle in my career so far was not to believe in myself enough. I would say self-confidence. It actually stopped when I was surrounded by the right people, and now not by the right people, but when I actually made it to tier 1 and I could feel that I had something to do there when I first joined G2. This is where I thought like, okay, I think I belong here and I have nothing to envy to anybody here.
Bah, j'ai pas vraiment eu d'obstacle, donc avec mes parents, je m'étais fixé de moins avoir entre guillemets un diplôme, donc c'est pour ça que j'ai fait des études d'infirmier. Et depuis cet été, je suis en full time sur CS, donc au final, ça fait que 6 mois que je suis vraiment en train de tryhard le jeu à niveau professionnel, et du coup, ça se passe bien pour l'instant, pas de réel obstacle devant moi.
So the highlight of my career so far, probably like the Pro League finals in Montpellier with G2 Esports. When we made it to the grand final in front of the French crowd, it was a crazy moment. My parents were here as well, and I will forever like remember this.
Le meilleur moment, j'ai envie de dire, ça serait la qualif close Anaheim, donc juste avant de partir en vacances hivernales. C'était contre Savage, on arrive à se qualifier au close qualifier, donc à la base pour partir à LA, mais finalement ça a été déplacé sur du online. Mais je pense que ça reste le plus beau moment parce que c'était à la suite d'une période un peu plus difficile après la non-qualification major, puis la non-qualification en Pro League, donc c'était un bon moment.
The highlight of my career would be the one that I did on Vertigo against Cade. I was like in 1 versus 5. I killed 3 people with Deagle. Then I took the AWP on the floor and I killed the 2 last. With that action, we did qualify to Premier relegation, and with that we managed to qualify to Premier.
When we started to play against Vitality, NIP and Fnatic and that kind of team, Astralis, it felt like we were actually not belonging here. We were totally underdogs, underprepared maybe, when they had everything like an analyst, a coach, a manager, a nutritionist, a mental coach, whatever that could help them develop themselves, when we only had ourselves and the knowledge we have. And I think we did good against those teams with the little we had.
For us, it means a lot to be competitive against teams like this because, like, we show them like we don't even have the structure, like a lot of things behind us to help us, and we can even compete with them, even beat them sometimes. So it's just like we know we have the potential to be as good as them or even better, you know. So it means a lot.
Ça montre bien qu'on a du potentiel et ça montre qu'en étant soutenu par une organisation, on pourra bientôt, je l'espère, augmenter encore notre niveau de jeu, que ce soit individuel ou en équipe, et pouvoir vraiment être complètement focus sur le jeu et pas les à côté.
Being that close to tier 1 teams feels very good for us because we all watching the pro tier 1 games, and it feels very good to be at that level. There is a lot of moments when I thought about what I would be doing if we didn't find an org. Yeah, I was thinking that I would go to work or maybe going back to studies.
We lost a bit of confidence on the last months after like the major qualification. We almost went there and we didn't find an organization after it, so like the motivation was a bit low and people were thinking about maybe quitting because they didn't have the money to live, things like this. And so now it's a big relief to have found one finally.
No, actually, I didn't think there was a moment where we were not expected to be signed. I always thought we had the potential and the level to be signed. It was all a matter about when.
Bah, c'est à la fois un soulagement et à la fois une concrétisation de beaucoup de travail, mais à mon sens c'est un début. C'est une opportunité, il faut savoir la saisir, il faut continuer à travailler dur et il faut pouvoir porter fièrement les couleurs qui nous suivent et surtout continuer car la route elle n'est pas finie. C'est bien de signer, de gagner de l'argent, mais après il faut aller performer, il faut continuer, il faut aller chercher plus haut.
Mes objectifs personnels, du coup, ça va être d'être plus impactant dans la game et d'être aussi plus constant, donc que ce soit au niveau performance individuelle et comme je disais, l'impact dans l'équipe, au niveau de la communication, etc. Tout ce qui est vraiment technique, macro et micro, donc vraiment m'appliquer sur le jeu au maximum.
My personal goal for 2022 is to qualify to as many tournaments as we can, being able to qualify to Pro League. This is the main goal. Play a major with this team, with this roster, and make it to the top 15 at least on HLTV.
So now that we have an org, I guess our goals are to qualify to ESL Pro League, qualify to Tier 1 tournament, the major, things like this. Just enter like the Tier 1 circuit and be there for a long time. That's our main goals.
My personal goals are more a team goal because I want us to establish in the top 20 teams of HLTV. And for me, it would be to become one of the top 20 player of the year. But I mean, this year it will be hard, I guess. So maybe for 2023.
Je pense que Zio, ça va être assez impressionnant, donc on l'a joué quelques fois en prac avec Vitality, mais sur le serveur de jeu en LAN ou bien même en online, je pense que ça peut être vraiment très intéressant de voir ça en vrai.
I guess I would like to be against G2 and like win them or Vitality. You know, it's both our teams that are like that have a good meaning for us to beat, and that would mean like a lot to us if we were able to beat them on LAN or something like this.
So I would like to play against Simple because I already played against Zaiwu and Device. I already played against Simple in practice, but I didn't in official. And I would like to play them because Simple and his team, of course, Navi, because I think it would be a rough time for them.
I would like to play against Navi this year. I would like to face Navi because they're the best team in the world right now, and I want to see where we are related to them, where we can put ourselves when we will face them.
So for new players that wants to become professional, I would guess dedication is a key and motivation. Never stop believing that you are able to become better than everyone else. You have to really never stop believing that and just grind, never stop, and really wants to learn. Like forget about your ego, things like this, and you will like climb up even faster, you know.
So for a beginner which want to go pro, obviously, and for everyone who wants to be better, I think you have to find your way to play because everyone has his way to play, and the more you will be playing your way, the more you will be efficient, because if you want to copy someone, it will be hard for you to copy it well. So if you want to inspire you, then try to find a pro player that plays the way you want to play yourself, and it will be easier for you to copy it.
Je pense qu'un nouveau joueur, déjà, faut justement qu'il soit pas nouveau dans le jeu, mais peut-être en équipe. Et il faut qu'il trouve la bonne équipe au bon moment et qu'il trouve les bonnes personnes aussi, je pense, parce que le fait d'être soutenu, accompagné par que ce soit le capitaine, donc pour ma part c'était Body, et même mes coéquipiers, avec qui ont plus d'expérience, je pense que sans eux, j'aurais jamais pu évoluer comme je l'ai fait très récemment.
I think for a beginner to get better in the game, right now you have a lot of tools. I mean, it's more developed than it was when we all started. I mean, when we started the game, there was not YouTube videos, analysis, people explaining how to play the game, VOD. You had to do it all by yourself or have someone that knew a lot explaining to you. Now you can, I think, find the right answers on, I don't know, different YouTube channels, or you can first of all play the game and grind it, play deathmatch, get your skill up, kill bots, whatever. This is maybe the first thing to get. Then get to know the game by watching professional games, trying to understand them by analyzing them. And yeah, I would say that's the right thing to do. And it's been a while for me since I was not in this position, so maybe I forgot a bit, but just enjoy the game at the start. You just have to love the game and play it because you like it.
So I would recommend myself to never give up the AWP, because when I did I was really bad, and to sustain my level and to keep improving every day.
If I could give an advice to a younger me, I would say like don't doubt yourself, just work even more, believe in yourself even more, and like that's it, you know.
Je me dirais de continuer et de toujours persévérer comme je l'ai fait.
If I was starting the game and I was telling myself something, I would tell myself to just believe in myself and be as confident as I can, because the best players in the world right now just have definitely way too much confidence, and this is what makes them the best to me.